Hello, my name is Veronica Britannico. Today I am so happy to share with you how, in my experience, Ma'am Josephine Gomez's Voice as Asset seminar workshop is the best voice technique training for speaking and singing. Before I met Ma'am Josephine, I used to be an English teacher. Now, there were times when a 1 hour class would leave me with a raspy voice after. Then, if I keep speaking in front of my class for days on end, I would end up losing my voice for sure. Sometimes for a couple of days, and there was even an instance where I lost my voice for a week, a little more than a week even. But that was before. Now, I'm a sales manager and a professional event host. Through Ma'am Josephine's training, I am now able to lead client meetings, serve as MC for events that go on for hours, and facilitate workshops, even back-to-back ones, without compromising the health and quality of my voice. In fact, a few weeks ago, I was performing for a total of 3.5 hours. Some of the pieces I sang were at the edge of my vocal range, the lower end and the higher end of my range. And yet, the day after, I was not hoarse at all, and I did not lose or strain my voice. This wasn't the case before, so how was I able to do it? I applied the physiological and performance techniques taught to me by Ma'am Josephine. I was her student for many months, and I can state for a fact that Ma'am Josephine is the most life-changing of all the vocal coaches I've worked with. Initially, I was only going to take speaking lessons with her, but over time, she helped me hone my skills as a singer and gave me a holistic education that frankly cannot be replicated by anyone else anywhere else. So, what makes Ma'am Josephine's approach unique and effective? What makes her an excellent teacher? Here are 5 reasons. First, her training is backed by science. Ma'am Josephine assesses and trains her students based on the method that she founded, which has been presented and commended at various medical conferences in the Philippines and abroad. Part of your training under Ma'am Josephine is an understanding of physiology. She helps you understand your own anatomy and how you can use your own unique physical characteristics to bring out your best voice. She also applies neuroscience and psychology because a lot of what she teaches cannot be found in textbooks or in other voice classes. She helps her students unlearn unhelpful or undesirable speaking and singing habits. Second reason, the techniques used by Ma'am Josephine are tried and tested by performers from all walks of life. Honestly, the reason why I was convinced I could learn so much from Ma'am Josephine was because I watched her performing live. And I've also watched several of her performance videos online. Ma'am Josephine is the living example of how effective her teaching is. She's been a performer for years and she's taken great care of her own voice. And now she's helping teach many more people to do the same. Third reason why Ma'am Josephine's approach is unique: classical training gives you an advantage as an artist and as a performer. So when you're a student of Ma'am Josephine, she brings with her not just her own experience, but also the mentorship she received from all the greats in the music industry. The techniques that she shares from her teachers around the world, as well as the pieces used for training, are geared towards helping students become a global performer. Fourth reason, and something very close to my heart and Ma'am Josephine's as well, is the value of consistent education and exposure. When you're Ma'am Josephine's student, she will expose you to the vibrant world of performance and visual arts. She's very generous in sharing opportunities to learn from other artists because she invests in the education of her students. After all, if you want to be excellent at creating art, You also have to be an educated and enthusiastic student and consumer of art. The fifth and last reason why Ma'am Josephine is an impactful teacher, her training focuses on a holistic approach and on longevity. Most people look at a singer or a public speaker and classify them as performance artists. But by learning with Ma'am Josephine, I realized that besides being a performance artist, one must also learn to become a performance athlete. What do I mean by that exactly? Let me explain. When we hear a singer or speaker perform, we think, wow, they're so talented. But little do we know, there is so much more going on besides that one exposure you have with that person's voice or how well they are or how good they are at their physical expressions. There's just so much more beneath the surface that makes a great performance. It was the hours of deliberate, mindful practice that they put in, right? It was their mindset training, their breathing techniques. This is why Ma'am Josephine educates her students on meditation, on breathing techniques, even nutrition, because our voice is part of our body after all. If you want to take care of your career and of your talent, you have to take care of your voice, take care of your body, take care of your mind, and take care of your character. In all these things, when they're combined, they will help ensure that you perform to the best of your abilities on stage and in everyday life. To summarize, with Ma'am Josephine, learning to speak and sing better is a science, a discipline, and an art. Ma'am Josephine Gomez has changed the lives of hundreds of Filipino performers and people with her Voice as Assets seminar workshop, the best voice technique training for speaking and singing. She also offers individual assessment and coaching. For more details, please feel free to visit the Josephine Gomez Center for Voice Training and Wellness page on Facebook. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your journey as a performer, as a speaker, as an artist, and basically as somebody who constantly wants to improve their performance and their lives.